Hi guys, welcome back to Space Engineers with Mike. Yeah, I was hoping for planets this week, but we didn't get them. I'm just doing a bit of mining at the moment with this drone, just going to try and get up as much of this ice as possible, so we can just forget about ice and concentrate on other stuff. Yeah, but you notice what we did get? The new voxel material. You know what that material is? That's what the outside of the planet is going to be made of. It's commonly known as dirt, but I think it's going to be labelled as organic material. You know, you're going to need organic material to grow stuff. You know, and for plants. And you noticed in Medieval Engineers, they have plants and trees and everything growing on like a layer of dirt. Well, that's the same stuff effectively. You got it, buddy. I'm going to go get some platinum, head over to the main ships. Hope they're handling meteors alright. I've seen quite a few whiz by. So yeah, my ambition is to get the drills on the front of the Wraithtech ship and get some assemblers back in it. Get the other refinery fixed up so it's our tender ship. It can then produce stuff, mine stuff, and be totally independent of the Soup Dragon, but it looks after the Soup Dragon. It's gonna be what we use to do all our mining self-contained, and it's armed. And the Soup Dragon's gonna be what we hopefully land on the planet with. If I can, it's gonna be taking one huge risk to just slap 4 large thrusters and then pray that it works. But you know, at some point you've got to put your cards on the table, and that'll be it. You know, if you've been watching Foster the Canadian, he slapped a load of thrusters on a ship that by rights in dampeners were on. We were shifting there. By rights he should have been able to lift off with the wow, we really were shifting. Yeah, by rights he should have, the thrusters he had on should have been able to lift his ship, but he's using natural gravity mod, I think. And I think he's going to need a bit more power and a lot more, well, some larger thrusters, and then he may just do it. So basically take your ship design and add a shitload of upwards thrust, some downward facing thrusters. Got some platinum in here. We got a crap ton of ice, enough for our needs for the moment. Yeah, so we've now got dirt in the game. I think it's an essential. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of things that need to be in place in order for planets to work, like sun rotation, voxel support, natural gravity, station rotation. You know, there's a lot of things that need to be in place, and slowly, one by one, all the cards, all of the jigsaw pieces are kind of slotting into place. It's good to see, actually, because like up to now it's all been talk, and and then obviously they started Medieval Engineers, and that was on a supposed planet, but really it's just on a 4-kilometre wide asteroid. But well, about 4 kilometres, whatever. They did have one 4 kilometres. But yeah, but people, when they get into the nitty gritty, people are going to want actual bigger services than the little maps currently available. One day there'll be a kind of Medieval Engineers Infinite, where you can actually run around the planet and it'll more or less be just like a Space Engineers planet. That'll be kind of one and the same thing. Which would be nice. It'd be nice to have some alien life. You know, things, weird things that'll kill you. Little chiggers that'll, maybe like something like a wolf, but maybe not looking like a wolf, looking a bit more alien-like. But you know, some frog-like things with teeth. I don't know. Just something that's going to get you. You know, I don't want to turn the game into Ark, but it'd be nice if there was some kind of danger. But you know, I think things like that might come into it. I mean, they've got barbarians in Medieval Engineers that follow a basic attack AI. I mean, they can incorporate that into a dangerous alien creature. Or if you go in the water, maybe a space whale or something. That'd be nice. Some flying things that come at you. Like the Dark. What is it? Pitch Black with Vin Diesel. Just little vents that just come out of the ground and swarms of things come out of the ground at you. That'd be fantastic. It would be fantastic. Looks clear in front of me. I don't know why it's showing that I'm still drilling. Wow, that is one hell of a radius on that drill. Seems to actually reach behind the ship. Yeah, so just quickly head back. There's an asteroid streaking past down there. Yeah, I'm just going to off camera unload all this stuff that we got, and I'll bring you back when I start building on the Wraith Tech ship. Yeah, we've been working really hard. The ship's nearly done. I'm just going to move it out of the asteroid. Yeah, all blocks are in place. Just need to fix up the thrusters and some armor blocks. So it's a shit ton of steel plate and platinum. But I sort of did it off camera because, you know, wouldn't have made a very good episode, me going backwards and forwards between cargo containers, and wasn't really chatting much either. Right, where's the sun? The sun is still rotating. It's just not rotating anywhere near as fast as it used to rotate. So I only have to move the ships every once in a while now, rather than sort of keep moving them every 15 minutes. As I said, the sun's moving, it's just not moving in at a spectacular speed anymore. And if you hear some background noise, it's not my neighbours moving their furniture around. It's actually a really bad electrical storm that's going on at the moment. Sort of God testing out his artillery. But yeah, it was pretty intense about half hour ago. But it's seriously calmed down now. It's kind of moved off. I can still see the flashing. I mean, the horizon's lighting up like you wouldn't believe. It's just not really hearing much in the way of thunder anymore. That should be close enough. Still nothing at the spawn point. One day. I think we're making thruster components. Just want enough to finish that other front thruster, maybe one of the top thrusters. Yeah, 63. Probably best off putting them in on top. I've got one large thruster here, so that's going to have to do for the moment. I'll try and get at least one of these. I'd rather have all of these working. Need a few large steel tubes. Basically construction components. Got everything in Space Engineers as construction components, and they are really slow to manufacture. Got any large steel boobs? Yep. Take as many of them as I can. Got any construction components? No. Another two of those there. Yeah, so I did a lot of this off camera, and we were basically out of iron near enough, so I'm going to go off do a resource run so we can make a few Godzillion steel plates. Yes. Yeah, I've sort of lost a bit of the front again. Just up there were more blocks. Pardon me. I've had really bad hay fever all day and I'm dry as a bone. So yeah, just grab some iron, maybe a bit of uranium just for kicks. Go for a weigh in. Yeah, we've still got the fighter prepped, almost prepped and ready. Got uranium for years here. Yeah, I don't have to concentrate on grabbing huge amounts of stuff, because as soon as the drill array's on, we'll go to town and chew this whole bloody donut species if we have to. Until we've got everything we need, and then we're off to the nearest planet. That should take me up to next week. And I guarantee, well, if I was a betting man, if I was a gambling man, I would say planets are most definitely in next week. Because, you know, I said everything was in place. Well, I forgot about soil and organic stuff for growing shit in. That's now in place. You notice how they're sneaking food into medieval engineers. I'm sure they're just sort of like working out the code and the concept and the way they're going to do it. Although I think wandering around in a forest eating mushrooms is probably not a great idea. Unless you know exactly what you're eating. Or maybe it is a great idea if you know exactly what you're eating. They haven't introduced any poison foods yet, but in fact there's no benefit at all to eating in medieval engineers. It's quite literally just something you can do that doesn't mean anything, but you know, soon they wouldn't bother introducing that mechanic if it weren't a reason for it. Like the new colour scheme on the fighter. I think it might be a bit too blue. I was aiming for a really pale, something that will blend with the skybox a bit better, but it's probably a bit too pale. It needs to be more of a dark navy, really. Pretty much think this is iron. Yeah, so I'd like to I mean, there's a scene in Star Wars I really like. I can't remember what the scene is now, what the film is. Where there's like a hangar entrance in the side of a cliff. It's sort of all jungly-fied, and there's a guy with a pair of binoculars just sort of checking ships going in and out. I'm rubbish with names of planets in Star Wars. My son would be able to tell me exactly. He's in bed right now. But yeah, I want a hangar entrance like that. So that, like, in theory, if there was any wildlife about, you would have trouble climbing up a cliff to get access to the hangars. And then maybe there could be a separate entrance and an elevator to bring vehicles up from ground level up to the sort of hangar complex level. Some nice shutter doors and that. And I really want to pick an air planet as well, an oxygen planet. I don't want to be stomping around on no tiny little frozen bloody moon. Well, maybe for mining purposes. Okay. Could do with a bit of gold, cobalt, and a few other things as well. If there was ice here, it'd be rather nice. Just iron. Iron and magnesium and uranium. Still, that's a bloody fair deal compared to the crap we've been getting with no magnesium available. Been doing half the series with captured ammo, basically. I think this is magnesium. Please be magnesium. Oh, silver. We definitely need a bit of silver for medical components. We've got the medical bay on the woodlouse to sort out. Yeah, this will get us our medical components. So we've got 2 places to spawn then. I'm definitely not a fan of dying and then respawning somewhere else as a cheap way of getting about. I suppose you have to do it on a playthrough sometimes. But we're kind of role-playing this, you know, so... And with the fact I'm going to lose tools every single time, it's also not a smart idea at the moment. You know, I can easily just edit out the journey time if I've got to go anywhere. You know, for you it's one microscopic cut. The blink of an eye and we're there, you know, what's the big deal? If you're really tight on playtime, I suppose. Which I am really, I mean, I rarely get a chance to put more than a few hours in of anything, and that includes the editing, the rendering, the uploading. It's all got to be factored into the couple of hours of spare time I get. Because my kids keep me busy. Although my daughter might be moving out before long. She's 18 now, and boyfriend, and she's got to that age where she might fly the coop. Got a decent amount of ice in there as well. My oxygen vent's going.